Oh, hello everyone. It's Crypto Granny here, Susie. The day is Friday. What day is it? I have no idea at the moment. The date is the 18th, 11th, 2022, and it's 16:16 in Amsterdam. And there's some great news that's coming out re Ripple today, and I want to talk about that. Ripple is seeking an Ireland banking license for their European expansion, and they've applied for a virtual asset service provider license. Now, a couple of years ago, more than 2 years ago, I did 2 videos on Ripple, and Ripple could become a bank. And the other one was benefits of Ripple and XRP getting a banking license. That was done 2 years ago. So please refer to those videos as well. And I'll just record a little bit of what I did last time, and then we'll talk about Ripple seeking an Irish license for European expansion, okay? And that's the news story of the day, okay? So let's just do this. Oops. Conveyed, they story that just came out today, the 18th, was from CNBC, but it was also from the Irish press, and it was about crypto startup Ripple seeking a license in Ireland to drive European expansion. Ripple is expanding its presence in Europe, where it plans to passport into services through an entity in Ireland, General Counsel Stuart Aldertree told CNBC. Most of Ripple's business is now driven outside the US, despite its large presence in the country. And what's interesting about this is Ripple's last report that came out, they're doing about $30 million every week in transfers and FX, cross-border payments and everything else. They say they've got nearly up to 90% of the market, but I think they should be doing more if they have more than 90%, but they will. Also, Ripple said they're doing more of their business outside of America, all over the world rather than America. So this is very interesting that they're looking to get a banking type license, a money market type license. It's exactly what I said 3 years ago in my video. So they want to have a presence in Ireland because Ireland has great tax rates for US corporates. A lot of banks and a lot of companies have gone to Ireland because the Irish government is very pro technology companies. They offer them great concessions. Obviously, they want people to come to Ireland and to set up shop like Ripple and to employ people. Ripple's only got 2 people in Ireland at the moment. But just to give you an example of who's in Ireland, and there's huge companies from America, big businesses and big banks and big corporations. In America, there's State Street, which is a huge fund manager, an index fund manager, New York Mellon, which is the Bank Mellon, which is one of the largest, oldest banks from the US is in Ireland, Citibank, Bank of America, JP Morgan, you've got Northern Trust, you've got US Bank Corp, and many others like BlackRock, the fund manager, for example. And, they get special permissions in Ireland, special Irish rates and help from the government. It's a fantastic story. And it means that they can operate in Europe without the regulation and the compliance and the regulators always looking at Ripple, like the SEC and Department of Justice and all this sort of thing. I mean, just too much going on in the US, and they're not really supporting cryptocurrency technology or the cryptocurrency capital markets. And I think this is really, really a big story, because if Ripple get a banking license, they can literally compete with all the banks, right? And they can go into funds management or anything else. And I said about 4 years ago that Ripple XRP could become anything. We saw that big story yesterday. Commonwealth Bank of Australia, which is one of the largest banks, well, it is the largest bank in Australia, and it's a massive, massive client for Ripple. Commonwealth Bank of Australia do most of the foreign exchange, large transactions within Australia, as well as out of Australia, but also they do derivatives, cross-currency swaps, and all sorts of things. It's a big client for Ripple, and CBA have been looking at Ripple since 2014. But if we go back to this license that Ripple's seeking, they're seeking an Ireland license. It's an Irish license, and it's called a VASP license in Ireland, and it stands for Virtual Asset Service Provider, right? With that, you become a virtual bank. You get a money market license. You can do things that banks do. Also, you're supported by the Irish government, particularly gives you a passport into Europe, which is even better. And you can do, literally cross-border payments, as many as you like, within the European Union, right? So that's a great story. Now, Gemini did get a license in Ireland, and certainly the Irish are looking to increase more corporations in Ireland because they've had all the Meta, Twitter, and Stripe, and a few others. People have been getting sacked in Ireland because they're reducing their workforce. One thing about Ripple XRP, they're actually increasing their workforce. So that's a great story for Ripple and for Ireland, okay? Now, the Irish financial service, after Brexit, they continually marketed to the big banks in the US and everywhere else to join them in Ireland so that they could actually get an entree into Europe, okay? And that's a big, big story on itself. The fellow that used to be the Prime Minister in Ireland, Leo Varadkar, he's now the Minister for Enterprise in Ireland. He's the Deputy Prime Minister. He's a medical doctor, and he worked as a doctor when COVID came out and everything. This guy is just a real gun. He basically wants to encourage many US corporations to come to Ireland, which is an entree to Europe, okay? He said that Ireland is hugely reliant on multinationals. They have in Ireland themselves, multinationals employ 275,000 people. 1 in 9 workers in Ireland works for a multinational. Ireland's a very small country, as you can appreciate. And he said, this is great news for Ireland. We welcome new tech companies like Ripple, with strong pipelines, and we have strong pipelines of more tech companies coming into Ireland, okay? And this is what we're seeing. So if we look at this article, US-based crypto company Ripple no longer derives most of its income from America. It's looking to expand its reach into Europe, its top lawyer said. Speaking with the NBC, Ripple General Counsel Stuart Adelsbury said that effectively Ripple is operating outside the US due to the fallout from its extensive legal fight with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Essentially, its customers and its revenue are all driven outside the US, even though we still have a lot of employees inside the US. I mean, there's always, also you might think that they could even potentially set up their head office in Ireland because of everything that's going on in the US with the SEC, right? And that's just driving on. It looks like that thing won't be finished until, June of 2023. It's been going on since December 2020 or something. I mean, people just get sick of it. So at the same time, Ripple is expanding its presence in Europe. The startup has 2 employees on the ground in the Republic of Ireland, currently seeking a virtual asset provider VASPS license from the Irish Central Bank so it can be a passport into services throughout the European Union via an entity base. This is huge, people, seriously. This here, they're seeking Republic of Ireland a virtual asset service provider license from the Irish Central Bank to literally become a virtual bank. They've filed an application for electronic money license in Ireland and shortly to come into invest in Europe despite a deep downturn. So basically, they've applied for the application. They're still growing. Ripple's still growing. XRP is still growing. Other institutions are not growing, like Meta and Facebook and Google and all these people that are losing people, Stripe, whatever, Twitter, the list goes on, right? But Ripple are expanding. They're looking for a lot of people. And this is very, very exciting for Ireland, I think. And this could turn into a major banking license for them. And Ripple could potentially make this even the head office. So I think it's very, very exciting. I've got to say, very, very exciting. Ripple, which helps financial institutions move around the world, has over 750 employees globally, right? About 60 are based in the London office, and it looks like they'll be doing more and more employing in Europe, right? The SEC ruling is not expected to come out until 2023. It just goes on and on and on. Everyone's getting a bit tired of it. It looks like this fellow is saying they expect the ruling to be maybe finished by the half of 2023, but it's just mind-blowing how long the SEC can take and how they can stop the expansion of a fabulous business like Ripple. I mean, Ripple and XRP, the coin is so cheap. I had a valuation years ago of $343 per unit. Without the SEC on its back, it should be a lot higher than that, okay? This policy maker with the SEC is just a joke. I've got to tell you that. I'm absolutely fed up with it, I have to say. Anyway, so I thought that was pretty interesting. I thought that was really great to get that out to you quickly because it's very, very big. We had another big thing about Ripple with CBA yesterday, and that's huge. So there's another report here. Let's go to CoinDesk very quickly, probably saying the same thing. Here we go. Ripple's virtual asset license. Yeah, virtual asset license. Really, really great. Nothing really new there, but this is fantastic news for XRP. Seriously, it really is. XRP will be, probably, we've got Bitcoin, we'll have Binance, XRP, and probably the third highest. I think Ethereum is dead and gone. XRP's, as far as I'm concerned, has so much growth, it's not funny. Anyway, guys and girls, just a quick video. Thank you very much for listening, and I thought I'd get that out to you. Thank you.